I believe we must speak truth, even when it makes people uncomfortable.
So let's do that today. Let's talk truth. Let's say what's true without fear.
Is it possible for two opposing truths to be true? Here are two thematically similar but rhetorically contrary political speeches that convey each speaker's version of the truth. Which speaker is speaking more objective truths? Which speaker is speaking more subjective truths? Which speaker is speaking your truth? Please let me know in the comments.
We are hungry for a cause. We are hungry for purpose and meaning and identity at a time in our national history when the things that used to fill that hunger, faith, patriotism, hard work, family, these things have disappeared. And that leaves a moral vacuum in its wake.
Because we all know we are at an inflection point in the history of our country. I think of this as a moment like the time my parents first met in the 1960s when they were active in the civil rights movement. I believe this is a moment when our country is witnessing an assault on our deepest values and ideals, where people don't trust our government, its institutions, or leaders.
We see the real problems in our country. They are real. We have an administrative state that runs the government instead of the real government. I'm going to fix that.
So let's speak truth. From Charlotte to Charlottesville, we have been reminded racism in this country is real. Sexism, anti-Semitism are real in this country. Homophobia and transphobia are real in this country. And we must speak that truth so we can deal with it.
And when you have a black hole that runs that deep, that is when the poison fills the void. Wokeism, transgenderism, climatism, COVIDism, globalism, depression, anxiety, drug usage, suicide. It almost doesn't matter what the poison is. These are symptoms of a deeper void, symptoms of a vacuum of purpose and meaning in our country.
Let's speak truth. Across this country, Americans worry that our government will take away their health care. And at this very moment, while we are here this evening, immigrants fear a knock on the door that could tear them away from their families. Let's tell the truth.
What does it mean to be an American? It means we believe in the rule of law. That if you're like my parents, you know what? You do get to come to this country legally through the front door if you want to follow the rules and pay your taxes and live according to our values. But it also means that your first act of entering this country cannot break the law, and that is why I will use our own military to secure our own southern border. That is what it means to be an American. Nations have borders.
And we are at an incredible moment because none of us in this room are fighting alone. Across all communities, we are standing together. Women, labor, African Americans, immigrants, Native people, the LGBT community, and so many more. From Standing Rock to Charlottesville, we are all fighting together.
E pluribus unum means from many, one. That's the dream that won the American Revolution. That is the dream that reunited us after the Civil War. That is the dream that won us 2 world wars and the Cold War. That is the dream that still gives hope to the free world. And if we can revive that dream over group identity and victimhood and grievance, then nobody in the world, not a nation, not a corporation, not a virus is going to defeat us. That's what American exceptionalism is all about. And that is what we together will revive to save this great nation.
It's patriots like my brilliant friend and advisor Jim Rivaldo, who passed away 10 years ago this month, but in life helped elect Harvey Milk, one of the very first openly gay officials in America. And now we have openly gay leaders everywhere from the C-suite to the United States Senate.
To me, what does it mean to be an American? It means we believe in the ideals that set this nation into motion 250 years ago. Ideals like meritocracy and the pursuit of excellence, that you do get ahead in this country, not on the color of your skin, but on the content of your character and your contributions. That is why I expect the Supreme Court in the coming days to end affirmative action in college admissions. And as the next president, I will end it in every sphere of our lives. That is what it means to be an American.
So to restore that trust, HRC, I believe we must speak truth. Even when it makes people uncomfortable. Even when others are silent. And as the poet Audre Lorde reminds us, there are so many silences to be broken. And let's tell the truth. From the United States Congress to the United States Census, LGBT rights are under attack. Under attack by a Justice Department that now stands on the side of discrimination instead of equality. Under attack by a Senate nominee who thinks homosexuality should be illegal, and a judicial nominee who says transgender children are proof of Satan's plan. And under attack by a commander-in-chief who wants to ban transgender troops who are willing to sacrifice their lives to defend our country.
We are founded on the pursuit of the truth itself. Why do we have free speech? The path to truth runs through free speech. America is a nation founded on the truth, and we should not be apologetic to stand up and speak for the truth. So let's do that today. Let's talk truth. Let's say what's true without fear. God is real. Unborn life is life. There are two genders. Fossil fuels are a requirement for human prosperity. Reverse racism is racism. An open border is not a border. Parents determine the education of their children. The nuclear family is the best known form of governance to mankind. Capitalism is the best system known to lift people up from poverty. We have 3 branches of government in this country, not 4. And the U.S. Constitution is the strongest guarantor of freedoms in human history. That is the truth. We will not back down from the truth. We will stand up for the truth. We will fight for the truth.
And we need to speak another truth, that despite the forces of hate and division that are trying to tear us apart, Americans have so much more in common than what separates us. That is a truth.
We have celebrated our diversity and our differences so much that we forgot all of the ways we are really just the same as Americans, bound by that common set of ideals, bound by the truth. That is what this nation was founded on. Our diversity can be a beautiful thing, but it is meaningless if there's nothing greater that unites us across that diversity.
That is the truth.
That is the truth.
Remember, guys, to subscribe and hit the like button. Bye.